So I'm a used car dealer, and today I'm at a used car dealer auction, and something very weird right now is happening in the market. So traditionally right now, we're right after spring selling season, right after tax time. Prices should be the highest that they are all year round. And what typically happens for us is that, okay, we'll load it for tax time, we'll sell through all of our cars, and then we'll come to auction and we really can't buy anything. But that hasn't been the experience that we've seen over the last couple weeks, and it's very, very confusing to me. So I'm going to talk to you about what I'm seeing here at the auction and what I'm experiencing at my car dealership, and maybe you can put down in the comments what you think is actually going on right now in the car market, the economy, however you want to really put to effect what my confusion is for right now. So I'll just take you back real quick. About a month and a half ago, I had 150 cars on my lot, and now last week we got down to 7 cars. And that's not weird, right? That's what traditionally happens. I load it for tax time, we sell through all the cars, and then we come to auction, and what we experience is that a lot of these other car dealers go through the same situation that we just went through, where they sell all their cars, rush to auction, prices go up, and then we can't buy anything. But this is the weird part. So starting about last week, Alex, who is my mechanic, who buys a lot of cars at these auctions for me, he started to be able to buy cars. And this was very weird. We were looking at the prices, and we went through a couple auctions, and we were like, oh, well, maybe we just caught a few that fell through the cracks. But now this week, we had an auction 2 days ago. He bought 5 cars. We had an auction yesterday. He bought 7. We were able to buy cars here, and the prices were actually really good. And this is what's weird, because dealers should be just pushing themselves, pushing each other out of the way to try to buy cars right now. Prices should go up. And I want to show you something over here too, which also makes this very weird. And I'm going to turn the camera around real quick. All those spaces over there that I showed you that are empty spaces, traditionally, throughout the course of the year, those spaces would be filled with cars, with trade-ins from new car dealers. And right now we're seeing that new car dealers are having a harder time selling cars, meaning that they're having a harder time getting trade-ins here to us on the used car, the auction level, right? So what that leads me to believe is, okay, there's another situation thrown into the market that should also increase prices. So you have tax time just happened, should increase prices. You have, okay, fewer cars here, so the supply is down. That should increase prices. And then you have the threat of tariffs that is in play also. And that should also increase prices, because everybody's worried about all the prices going to the moon because of tariffs. I know you've seen it in the news. I know you've heard about it on YouTube. If you're watching this video, you've watched other videos saying exactly this. So that's 3 big reasons why prices should be going up, and we shouldn't be able to buy, and there should be dealers everywhere at these auctions. It's not the case. We've seen actually at these auctions, there are fewer dealers than at this auction today. There were a lot fewer dealers than what I typically see, even throughout the regular time of the year. And it's very, very weird for right now. So here's my worry, is that instead of all these things that should be causing prices to go up, well, maybe you have a situation where, okay, there's a lot of dealers that loaded up for tax time, and tax time was not good for them. So you have a bunch of dealers loaded their lot, and then they didn't get the sell-through that they were expecting. I've actually talked to a lot of dealers, and it's been very weird for me that, okay, we were able to experience what we experienced, but keep in mind, we're a car dealer that sells cars that are $5,000 and under. So maybe we just hit the market exactly right. Maybe we just were priced at the right price point where buyers could actually come and clean us out. Most of these other car dealers that I'm talking to, they're saying, what tax time? You had tax time? We didn't have tax time this year. Or they said, we saw a little bit of tax money, but this has been the worst tax time that we have ever experienced. I've heard that a lot from a lot of these car dealers. So you have the factor of, okay, maybe a lot of these car dealers, they loaded up and then they couldn't sell through. So if that's the case, then no, they're not going to be jumping to come and buy new inventory for their lot, because they have inventory on their lots right now that they can't sell. Here's another scenario that we have in play is that, okay, the R word, the recession, whether you believe it or not, whether you think that we've been in a recession for years, if one just started or if one's coming, it's all over the news. We're having Wall Street talk about it. You're having YouTube videos that talk about recession. So even if it's not a reality, well, you have some people out there that actually think it is. And what's that going to cause them to do? Well, we got a van that the belt is squealing like crazy on it. So what is that going to cause them to do? And actually, I'm going to pause right here so that van can go by. All right, it's far enough away. So if you have a lot of people that think that there might be a recession on the horizon, well, they stop spending money. And this perception of maybe a recession's coming, maybe it's already here, well, then it becomes a reality. And maybe we're already seeing this recession that may or may not be real already hitting the car market in the form of these dealers and what they're spending. And it could be that it's not even the dealers that are making the choice to not spend. It might be their consumers that aren't spending because they're scared, and in which case these dealers, they can't really add inventory because they're not selling it. So how a lot of these car dealers work is that their own floor plans. That's credit lines. They basically swipe a credit card. I won't get into all of that, but they swipe a credit card to basically buy their cars. It's floored by the banks. It's the borrowed money from banks for them to be able to buy their inventory. A lot of them don't have a lot of cash sitting on the side. So if they went through this phase where they loaded up for tax time, and okay, well, they spent all their money because in anticipation of this big selling season. We did it for years. Now, luckily, we're not in a stressful situation where we tap all of our capital to get ready for tax time. But for years, I did it, but I did it with my cash. I never borrowed money. But a lot of these dealers, they do it, but they do it on credit, so they leverage up. And what if that tax time, like from what we're hearing from a lot of dealers, didn't happen for them? Well, now they don't have available credit left over to be able to buy cars, and that could be a situation that I'm seeing right now where they're just not here. They're not buying because they can't, because they're all tapped out. There could be another situation where, okay, they have lot constraints. Now, we have a storage lot, so I can keep 80, 90 cars comfortably at my lot, but we have another storage lot, so I can buy as many cars as I want to because I can just store them there. A lot of dealerships don't have that opportunity. So if it's a small car dealership, they can hold 25 cars, and okay, they loaded up for tax time. They bought 25 cars that's sitting on their lot, and they only sold 3. Well, now they can go to the auction. They can come here today, buy 3 cars, and if they don't sell more cars over the course of the next week and a half, well, they can't come back to the auction next week to buy more cars because they literally don't have space. And it seems silly that that would happen, but it's absolutely a physical constraint for a lot of car dealers because, I mean, space costs a lot of money. We rent our space to 80, 90 cars, and it costs us a lot every single month. And a lot of car dealers that don't move volume, they're just not going to be able to afford to handle that. But if you go back to, okay, the perception of recession, you could even have car dealers too. I mean, going back to the car dealer space, that's, okay, they're scared. They're scared that sales are going to dry up. Even if they're not, maybe there's still buyers out there. But if car dealers are scared about making payroll because they can't move cars, well, then they might be less likely to come and try to buy cars right now. And I think all of these things that are weighing on the market, we're starting to see cracks right here at car auctions during the time. This is why it's so weird. I was expecting all of this to happen, but maybe towards summer. There's a lot of fear in the market. I was expecting a lot of these purchases in the car market from car dealers like myself to get a lot weaker, but I was expecting it to happen much later, not right now in the peak of wholesale buying season. That's what worries me right now for the car market. And we know that things are not going to get better. In a lot of cases, they're probably going to get worse before they get better because we still haven't even seen the follow through from tariffs yet. We know that they're coming, they're potentially coming. Maybe they'll be postponed again. Maybe we'll get 25%, maybe we'll get 15%, maybe we'll work a deal, whatever. Something is coming that's going to make prices more expensive in the car market. And if nothing else, let's say the administration walks back everything and we get back to where there's zero tariffs, free trade abounds. Well, right now in the car market, salespeople are using the tariffs as a negotiation tactic. So right now, you go to a brand new franchise car dealership, your car is going to be more expensive right now at that dealership than it was before all this tariff talk even started. I've seen it on YouTube videos, a lot of Delivered. He negotiates car deals. A lot of these salespeople are using these tariffs as a negotiation tactic, and I can tell you, on a lot of consumers, it's going to work because that's what consumers think. Consumers think tariffs are here, price of goods, everything's going to be 25% more expensive. It's not the case, and you can still get cars for the same deals that you were getting them a while back. But car dealers know. They know what words to say. Salespeople know what to do to try to get you to spend your money. Spend it now. Oh, you better buy that car now, or it's going to be up. It's going to be 25% more expensive in a month from now. It's not. Make sure you're educated about what's actually going on. I'm trying to do my best here on this channel to be able to show you what I'm experiencing. Literally, I'm going to post this either later today or tomorrow. You're seeing in real time what I'm seeing right now. I'm at a car auction. Prices are a lot cheaper than I thought they would be. If you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe. This is a new channel. It's a different kind of channel. And we need to go find a thumbnail. Let's find a thumbnail. Should we do a big truck? Yeah, let's do this big truck right here. Thumbnail means just the picture that you click on whenever I'm posting it. This is a big boy right here too. Let's see here. And give some room to put some words on top of it. Well, can't get the angle right. There you go. You just got some behind the scenes on the YouTube video creation. Make sure you subscribe and let me know if you like this kind of video.